These are warm-up questions that we had. They're miscellaneous questions. Again, we're doing some PEMDAS questions. We're going to do some evaluating with fractions, etc., etc., etc. I hope you're understanding them. This is number 2 of our warm-up. Looks like a funny 2. It was 9 minus 6 times 6 divided by 3 plus 5. 9 minus 6 times 6 divided by 3 plus 5. And as we did in class, we first multiply 6 times 6 because PEMDAS says multiply before divide. Multiply before that, that's 36. 9 minus 36 divided by 3 plus 5, you're going to divide. You never subtract before you divide. You always divide. So 36 divided by 3 is 12. We have 9 minus 12 plus 5. At this point, 9 minus 12, we're going to subtract before we add because PEMDAS gets switched around. Subtraction becomes first before addition, left to right rule, right? So we're actually doing PEMDSA. 9 minus 12 is negative 3 plus 5, okay? Negative 3 plus 5 is 2, and we're done. Any questions? Good. Glad you enjoyed the ride. Let's do number 4, and let's have someone else present it. Would someone else like to present this one? Someone who feels confident? Stuart, come on up and present it. This is you on YouTube. We're putting the U back in YouTube. Let's go, Stuart. Come on, buddy.
Go white.
Go white. This is Stuart. Oh, we won't say your last name. Okay, go ahead. Number 4.
All right, so number 4, you start in parentheses.
Yep.
Because parentheses.
That's right. Good.
From left to right,
Uh-huh.
you do exponents.
Yep.
2 times 2 times 2
Yep.
is 8.
Good.
You bring that down.
Yep.
8 divided by 4 is 2. Bring the 8 down. 8 plus 2 is 10. Then you work on the 5 multiplied by 5. 25 plus 10 equals 35.
Give him a hand, man. That's awesome. I'm very happy with that performance. Good job, Stuart. Now we're going to go back up to number 6. Number 6, a lot of people had a question about. I know we're flipping around a little bit. We're going to come back and do number 5. Number 6 tells you, gives you values for x, y, and z. X is equal to negative 6, y is equal to negative 2, and z equals negative 1. Make sure everybody keep your books on the desk. So what do we do first? We have to evaluate this. How do we do it? We learned this the other day. What's our first step in this class?
Pockets.
Pockets. Who would like to come up and do the pockets? George, want to do the pockets? Make a pocket. See?
Go George. Go George.
Go George.
Go George. Come on, George.
What about George?
Come on.
I did.
I'll do it with you, but you don't have to do it all. So we create the pockets. I made the pockets in red, all right? And I replace all the variables, okay? And there we go. That's that. Now I'll let you do the rest here. So then once you've created the pockets, that's the hardest part. You're just going to replace the pockets with the numbers, okay? So she's putting in minus 6, 4. There we go. Good. Now stand aside so they can see. There you go. She put in negative 6, right? She put in negative 6 because the value for x is negative 6. She put in negative 2 because the value for y is negative 2. And z equals negative 1. Now, the main question people had here was, do we square it first or do we multiply it? And the beauty of the pockets, because it separates things and makes it easier to understand. What does PEMDAS say?
Left to right.
Well, first of all, yeah, but first of all, here, we're all having a good time. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm talking to you like TiVo style ahead of time, you know? Anyway, negative 2 minus 6. We've got weird music coming on. I don't know what it is. We're on the shuffle. We never know. We go from Mozart to Tupac just like that. It's crazy in here.
Make it louder.
All right, we will. Mozart to Tupac. Anyway, negative 2 and negative 6. Now, here's the important point. So listen up, everybody. Pay closer attention. What do we do here, Mohorr?
Okay, so do you multiply?
Yeah, negative 2 times negative 6. When you multiply 2 negatives, what do you get?
Positive.
Good. So we write positive.
12.
Good. Right, positive 12.
Oh.
Okay. Now, here's where it gets tricky, but you shouldn't have a problem. If you're following PEMDAS, you should be fine. Yes?
Well, you'll have to do negative 2 times negative 2, which
Right.
equals positive
4. So put plus 3 times 4. You do the exponents first, right, Pamela? Right, Amanda?
Every step
Yeah?
out.
You got it, Talia? Yeah. So 3 times 4, write every step out. What about this? Now, minus. What's our next step? Pamela, what are we doing here? That's a 3, by the way. So what's the negative? What are we going to do? How do we solve this part? Negative 1 cubed, right? So what is our answer? What's negative 1 to the third power? Negative 1, right? So Sivan, what do we write here? We've got minus negative 1 cubed. That's right. So it's minus negative 1, isn't it? Okay, a little tricky, but glad that you're getting it. Glad that you're getting it. Now what? We've got 12 plus 3 times 4 minus negative 1. We have decisions to make. Yeah, you do, right? We multiply before anything else. So it's 12 plus 12 minus negative 1. Then we distribute 12 plus 12 minus negative 1. Now we can distribute these.
Minus.
We could just write plus 1. That's right. Okay, so 12 plus 12 plus 1. That's fine.
You could add lines.
12 plus 12 plus 1. 12 plus 12 plus 1. And the answer is 25. Good.
I got 23.
Box your
That's
answer.
fine. That's good. Yeah. And then just put equals 25 and box it. Good job. All right. So does everybody understand? Good job. Let's give Natalia a hand for coming up and doing her job. Nice one. Look how neat it is. Look how nice that is. I couldn't have done that. I can't do that. That's a good job. So this question, EF over E plus F, where E equals a half and F equals 1/3, was a problem for some people because they're afraid of fractions. But hey, in this class, luckily, we're not afraid of fractions. EF over E plus F. So how do we do this? Gabby, what do we do first?
You fill in stuff.
Fill in stuff, but you can't fill it in unless you have what? You have to have pockets. There you go. So we put that up like that, and we create a space for us to succeed in. Remember, please, out there, don't giggle and talk and stuff because we're doing this. I don't want to have to edit it, so please don't talk. Now, E times F over E plus F. Now it's easy, right? You've created your pockets. What do we put in there? Stephen White, what do we put there? What's E equal to?
1/2.
That's right, 1/2. And what's this equal to?
1/3.
That's right. And what about these ones?
1/2.
1/2 plus 1/3. Exactly. So you've got half points already. You've just followed the instructions. You haven't even done any real math. All you've done is just put it in the right place.
How many points is
Now that you've set yourself up for success, you can do it. 1/2 times 1/3 equals what? You remember that from middle school. 1/6, right? Because when you multiply fractions, you multiply the tops, you multiply the bottoms. When you add fractions, you can't do that. What do you have to do?
GC, no.
Find the common denominator.
Man, what is the common denominator?
6.
That's right. So this is actually equal to, if 6 is the common denominator, it'll be, this will be equal to 2,
No, 3 over
3, 6. That's right.
And then 2 over 6. And then plus 2 over 6.
There it is. And what's that equal to?
5 over 6.
5, 6. Good. And now, some people got that far, but then they got stuck. Well, why? What does this big line mean? What does that big line mean? What does it say? It's an operation. What operation?
Divide.
Divide. Good. And so we do 1/6 divided by 5/6, right?
Yeah.
But what is 1/6 divided by 5/6? What do we do to fractions when we're dividing them?
Make it a reciprocal.
Yes. Mohorr.
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 You flip it. 1/6 times 6 over 5.
Cross
And
cancel.
cross cancel. Wow, that's good. And what are we equal to? 1/5. Good job.
Yay.
Everybody this weekend, tune into YouTube and hear Mr. Day mispronounce
Mohorr.
her name.